Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be bringing you a review of this, the Adidas Boston 10. Really excited for this, put so many training miles into this shoe to bring this review. So let's go through this, the likes, the dislikes, and is it going into rotation? Right, sit back, relax, let's get this done. Well guys, it's great to have you back. If you're new around here, yeah, we review a lot of shoes, do a lot of races, and bring you loads of helpful running content and tips. So subscribe for all of that sort of stuff coming up. But today we're going to be looking at this, the Adidas Boston 10. We've just had this in. We put around 50 miles, around 80k into this shoe. So yeah, I want to sit down and talk about all the likes, the dislikes, is it going into rotation, and a little conclusion as well. I compare it to the outgoing Adidas Boston 9 or 8 or 9 model as well. Right, let's get stuck in firstly to some facts and figures, and then we'll get into the pros after that. So first things first, this shoe set me back £130. I bought this with 100% with my own money, so I can bring this completely unbiased review. So the stat code of the shoe, 39mm at the back, right on the limit of what you're allowed, with a 31mm at the front. So around about 8mm drop between the front and the back. This shoe's coming in at 350 grams for me here in my UK size 12. Yes, it is quite big. For comparison, the outgoing model was around about 280, so a significant weight gain in the shoe, which we'll come on to later on in the review. It's very much a neutral shoe, and yeah, you could use this for your training or your racing as well. Very much sort of a shoe for distance work, distance training. This is very much a shoe to be used on the roads. Yes, I have taken this on off-road a little bit on some light trails. It's performed really well, but it's very much a road shoe. There's no carbon plate in it, but they have got the plastic rods, very similar to the carbon fiber rods that they use in the Adidas Pro. The shoe was true to size for me, absolutely fine out the box. Width was okay, actually pretty good for Adidas shoes that can come in on the narrow side. No different widths available, so yeah, just one width there. And finally, Adidas have made the shoe out of 50% recycled material, something we all need to be working towards. Right, let's get stuck in to the positives. I've got three positives to get through here. First one is the durability. This shoe has been holding up super well. You've got this lovely Continental outsole rubber here, which Adidas have been using in their shoes for years, but it is super good. It lasts so long. You'll be getting a big amount of volume in the shoe. I fully expect if you're going to be taking this right to the limit, you could get up to 900 Ks, 1000 Ks in this shoe, 600 miles, completely easy, and probably take it much longer than that as well. Durability has been fantastic. There's absolutely no signs of any wear on this shoe whatsoever. The second point I want to come on to is stability. It says that 39.5mm at the back is the maximum height at which a shoe company can make a shoe that you can legally use in a race. And with a lot of these shoes, they can feel very unstable, especially in cornering. You're just raised up off the ground that little bit more. But with this shoe, it feels super secured. That really nice lockdown feeling you get with it. Going around corners and things, it's been absolutely fine for me. I felt very confident in this shoe. It's got a nice wide base here. The third point I want to talk about is the fit. Straight out the box, this shoe fit really nicely locked down feel. The upper, we did get a little bit of heat in the shoe, but not overly so, and it was actually fine for summer running here in the UK. But if you are running in especially sort of hot climate things, I think you might get some overheating issues in this. No blisters or anything like that, nothing wearing too much. The heel is pretty solid, really sort of quite stiff. Didn't have any issues with that, but something to point out, probably a little bit stiffer. But with that, you get that nicely locked down feeling as well that I was talking about. So fit has been spot on for me. As I said, true to size, straight out the box. We were good to go. Guys, if you are finding this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe with your friends. It really helps us here to build the channel, share the message, and get some awesome shoe reviews out to as many people as possible. Right, moving on to the negatives, we've got a couple of things to get through here. The first one being is the size of this shoe. It is huge. very bulky, very heavy. There's so much of it. There's just so much tech and stuff crammed into this shoe that is just becoming to a heavy, overweight shoe that is just not that much fun to run in. You really do feel that extra weight compared to some of the offerings from other manufacturers. It is completely different compared to the outgoing model. You really need to disregard that. We'll come on to that a little bit later on. For me, I haven't really been wanting to run very fast in this shoe. It's really not a shoe that you feel comfortable in. So for 5Ks, 10Ks, even half marathons, this is really not what I would be taking out the box. It's very much an endurance shoe, something to do your easy or your steady longer runs in. Running up to marathon pace, it feels okay, but anything more than that, you just feel like this huge weight on the end of your foot, and it's really just not that much fun to run in. The second negative here is just the firmness of the shoe. The Light Strike foam at the bottom of the shoe here, you've got Light Strike Pro, which is actually quite lightweight and soft and springy, but what the shoe is mainly running is the Light Strike, which is heavy, and it's just, you just don't get any compression and no reaction out of that. I really cannot tell at all running that these energy rods are doing anything in here at all, because yeah, it's just super firm. It feels really quite dull and unresponsive to run in. Right guys, so is this shoe going into rotation? Well, sadly not for me. I just don't see where it fits in my rotation. In every aspect of this shoe, there are better offerings, and I'll put those up on the screen here, and yeah, check out some of the other review videos. But for me, it's just too heavy. It's just so unresponsive, and it's just not much fun to run in. I like a little bit of soft cushioning in there if you get that little bit of responsive nature as well, and this just feels a little bit too dead for me. So yeah, sadly not. So to conclude guys, we're just going to have a little quick comparison to the outgoing Boston. So the 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 were all very similar. I learned to run pretty much in these shoes, as I'm sure a lot of you guys did out there. The Boost foam was super nice. It's a little bit outdated now, a little bit heavier. Adidas have come out with the Light Strike. The Light Strike Pro is nice to run in. The regular Light Strike foam is not doing anything for me. If you're a big fan of the outgoing model, this is completely different. I'm a little bit annoyed in a way that they actually use the Boston name on this new shoe, because it shares no similarities whatsoever. This is just meant really as a training partner to the Adidas Pro, and sort of taking out a lot of the sort of features of this and making it more durable daily shoe. But with the Adidas Boston before, it really was that one shoe that could do absolutely everything. You could race in it, you could just train in it, you could do easy runs, recovery runs, absolutely everything. So I'm going to be getting some nice fun miles out of this shoe. But if you are super sad about the Boston being retired, then have a look at the Adidas SL20. The review of that will be coming up very shortly. But yeah, that's just where manufacturers are going, unfortunately. They want to try and sell us as many shoes as they can. Gone are the days of that shoe that can do everything really well. They want to sell us this shoe, and then they want to sell us this shoe on top of it to do our racing in. And before you know it, you spent 350, 400 pounds, whereas before you could probably spend about 100 pounds and just have a fantastic shoe that you could do a lot of stuff in. So that's the end of the review, guys. What do you think? Have you had this shoe? Have you been out there training in it? Let us know your thoughts and share them with the community down below. Do you like the shoe? Do you like the direction that Adidas are going in at the moment? Does it get you excited? Are you going to go out and try it? Are you going to order it? Let us know down in the comments. And as always, guys, if you've got any other questions and other shoes you want to see, then let us know down below. So guys, thanks very much for following another video. It's really great to have your support here, and all of the legends on Patreon and supporting us here on YouTube. We couldn't do these reviews without you, and we'll carry on bringing them to you very shortly as well. I've got loads of great stuff coming up, so please subscribe, share with your friends, and hit that like button down below. Right, that's it guys. Thank you so much for following along, and we'll see you very soon in the next one.